seasons. This AFC North battle is coming your way next.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led by a three-time Pro Bowler in his fifth season. It's Deshaun Watson.
you talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here come the Ravens now ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Play fake. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Watson off play action. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
This is taken around the 12. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Watson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. On play action, it's Murray. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Here's Fuller with a catch. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Flush. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's got Daylay. The 40. He's at the 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother.
Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Murray off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Throwing again, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you talk about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down, Watson. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Let's go to work, y'all. Let's go to work.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
A final shot before the break, Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of want to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on second and long. Murray flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation where they have a much better chance of picking up.
from the gun on third down. Murray complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go, let's go.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Murray now on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flush, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from a yard out, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And they'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray over the middle to Kittle. Complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Second down and goal. Murray. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. George Kittle, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, it's Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. 7 yards to pick up there. They go with Chubb on second down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Nick Chubb his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Murray now on first down, escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw is Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And this will be taken at the 13. And he's out right at the 25. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, Watson. Finding Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Watson to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Watson. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. And they run the option on 2nd down. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Murray to throw. Flush to his right. This one caught by Kittle. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.